Welcome to the Daily Devo. My name is Grant, and today we're talking about worshiping God in our new identity. I had a friend of mine. When she was in college, she went to a university that was kind of known for being a party school. That's kind of like what you did on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, and then Pedialyte on Monday mornings. That was just what you did. And her freshman year, she had a bunch of friends, and that was what they were all about. They were out on rush week when they were trying to get into a sorority. They were out trying to impress their friends with their ability to kind of do some stuff underage they shouldn't be doing. And my friend, she wouldn't be a part of it. For months and months and months, they would ask her to go out drinking, go party, go dancing, whatever it might be. And while initially the whole dancing thing or whatever, that's not like an issue for her, she goes, no, I'm a Christian. I want to honor God in every area of my life. And that means that I'm not going to drink underage. And they kept pressing on her and pressing on her and pressing on her. And then there eventually comes this moment towards the end of her senior year, about a month before she's going to turn 21, when they offer her alcohol in their dorm and she partakes. She has a drink. And she distinctly remembers this moment in her story and in her testimony, this moment where one of her roommates turned to her and said, man, I thought you were like a legit Christian. Like I thought you were actually all about it. And that moment, that sinking feeling when she realized she had stepped outside of her identity in Christ, or when she had given in to peer pressure, has stuck with her. And I don't know if you have a moment like that in your story. A moment in your faith journey where if somebody were to walk up to you and be like, hey, I thought you were a Christian, you wouldn't have an answer and you wouldn't have a comeback because you have compromised what it is you thought that you were and who you were becoming. Today, as we talk about identity, we're going to be in 1 Peter just for a minute, and we're going to be looking at what that struggle can really look like in our lives. This is what it says in 1 Peter chapter 2, verses 9 through 13. But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. Once you were not a people, but now you are the people of God. Once you had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy. Dear friends, I urge you as foreigners and exiles to abstain from sinful desires which wage war inside your soul. Live such good lives among the pagans that though they accuse you of doing wrong, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day he visits you. You and I, we have been set apart. Not that we might boast, not that we might declare that we are better than or greater than those who are without Christ, but so that we might be the light that Christ so desperately hopes that they see and experience as well. Whether that is maybe you in the gossip, participating in gossip, or decisions that you make where anger gets the best of you, there are moments when you are not living inside of your identity in Christ, but really you're just reverting back to who it is that Christ saved you from. And here's the kicker, you guys. It's hard to be a light in the world when you're too busy trying to blend in with the darkness. And so my challenge to you, when it comes to worshiping in your identity in Christ, I want you to worship. Not just worship by raising your hands higher and higher and higher on a Sunday morning, but worship by being you made new. Worship by being redeemed the way you're meant to be. Worship like you're wrapped in robes of righteousness, because when God sees you, he doesn't see your sin, he doesn't see your mistakes or even your scars. He sees his Son and how you've been made new by his mercy and his grace. Here are some practical ways you can do that throughout the week. Opportunities for you to worship God are in the midst of moments when really you want to default back to who you used to be. In moments of anger, choose patience. In moments where gossip seems to be what's going on, what if you shifted the conversation in a way that actually honored the person that you were talking about? In moments when you feel like you want to splurge and spend money because it's going to fill a hole emotionally, you instead acknowledged and went to God and prayed about that. What would it look like for you to worship in your new identity instead of falling back into who you were? Because here's the thing, you guys. People are always watching. And you and I, for many people, are the only Christians in Bibles that people will ever experience in how we live our daily lives. So today, as you watch the Daily Devo, I hope it inspires you to go and live your daily life in a way that worships God. See you next time.